Okay, hello again. Yes, as you can see, these are my CGC books. I have one box. I just, it's filled. I don't know if I can put any more in, but these are going to be my CGC graded ones. This is anything from Silver Ages to Moderns to Bronze to whatever. They're graded. They're keys. They're important, or I like them, or I got them on eBay for a killer of a deal, and it was just too. You couldn't pass it. So let's get to it. Okay, let's open the box. There we go. All right. First one up, Spider-Man number 129, graded 6.5. Now, as you can see from the labeling, that's the old labels. I was doing CGC before they got big as they are right now, so these are like the beginning ones that they ever did. I'm a fan of the Punisher. This is obviously the Punisher's first appearance in Spider-Man. Great book. Probably going up now since he is coming to the Netflix show. I got this book around when the first movie was coming out with Thomas Jane, and it was already a pricey book, and I got a semi mid-grade copy, and a guy that I work with had this book, and he sent his off to grading. He was upset with the grade, and he asked, and I'm going to put it mildly, he was having some money problems, and he asked me, he came to me, he said, would you mind if do you want my graded Punisher? I said, well, I looked up the grade and looked up what it was going for. I gave him a fair offer, but I gave him a deal actually. I said, I will buy it from you only if I pay $45, because I said I will pay you for what you paid for the grading, but right now this is when the book was dying down, and I'll give you my raw copy, so at least you still have a copy of this book, because this is one of his favorite characters. I still talk to that guy once in the blue moon, and he always asks me, how's my Punisher doing? And I asked him, I said, what happened to mine? And he said, we still got each other's books. So, hey, friends, co-workers, you never know. You might come away with a graded book one day. All right. Oh, yes. This I got off of eBay a long time ago. This is Batman number 155. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin, graded 6.0. Let's see. Ah, yes. Great cover, great book to have. If you can get them, find them. Because you'll never get the first appearances. They're just too much. And I actually got this eBay, and I got some money back, because if you can see on the top, put it like that, is a crack in the case. I don't give a damn. It's a steel seal, but I was ticked because he didn't package it right. I mean, he just put it in a bubble mailer, and it was. Thank God for the case itself, because it saved the book, but I was pissed that the case is cracked. And you know what? It's not even, unless I'm going down to a show and CGC is there and they can recase it for me right there, because I am not going to be sending it back and forth and paying all this ridiculous amount of money just to get another case on it. So I'll live with that. I'll live with the little crack on the case. Not a big deal. Oh, what I paid? I really can't remember, but it was definitely under 60. I know I didn't pay that much for it. Alright. Oh. This book I always wanted, and I found it at a comic show in New York City. Not the Comic Cons. They had local little shows there. and I always went. I think they were called Big Apple cons, if I remember correctly. This is my favorite cover. I am still shocked that I actually own this. This is the Flash 123. Look at that. I love that cover. That cover, that story. This is a key issue. This is the first Golden Age Flash in the Silver Age, and it gives you a mention of Earth 2 and everything. It's a good. Flash is hot. The key books are good, and this is one of them. So I recommend you trying to find that one. You're gonna pay a little, but you might get that deal. You might find it in a garage sale. You might get lucky. You know, it's a good book to have. Good book to have. All right. We're not even halfway done, people. I got more. Oh. Another cover. I love this cover. I love this artist. I love this character. I love both of these guys. Again, another comic that I went flip-flopping. I had a crappy copy. I had a good copy. I had an autographed copy of Neal Adams autographing this one. And I sold them, and I just kept on upgrading until I finally was satisfied with a good copy and sent it off to grading. And here it is. Green Lantern number 76. Graded 5.0. And what can you say? It's Neal Adams, people. Neal Adams is awesome. I love this book. I love the stories. This is the first Green Arrow, Green Lantern run. They did some great stories, some edgy stuff, some stuff that you don't see in a comic at that time. I actually got the whole hardcore music, hardcover volume, and I got that autograph to me from Neal Adams when I seen him on another show, and that's mine, and I'm never getting rid of that. That's something special to me. Neal Adams is a great guy. If you ever see him at a con, support the man, buy his stuff. I don't care if he charges you, you just buy it because this guy rules. Guy rules. Alright. Oh, here we go. Since I showed you my Silver Age Green Lanterns, yeah. Here we go. Showcase number 22. The first appearance of the Silver Age Green Lantern, which we know as Hal Jordan. Graded 3.5. This is the most expensive book I have ever bought. Ever. At the time, I was doing very good for myself. I had a good paying job. I didn't have that much expenses. And I was saving money here and there. And I had a good month. And I always said if I ever had a good job and some extra cash that doesn't strap me, I'm finding my Green Lantern. This is my character. This is the book I wanted, and yeah, I know it isn't a high grade, but you know what? I'll take it. And now, when I looked up these books, I think this is about a $2,000 or more book, and it's probably going to go up more when these movies start kicking. It actually did spike up when the first Green Lantern film came out, and we will not discuss that film as much as I want to deny that it was that bad. Where are we here? And with Showcase 22, we gotta have Showcase 23. This is the second appearance of Green Lantern Hal Jordan, graded 3.5. Funny story, I had this book too. I had a lower grade copy, and I sold that when the movie came out, and when they were spiking in price, took that and bought this graded copy. And it was literally like a switch. I didn't put any money into it. I put the same amount that I got it, and I got a graded copy. So I'm happy with that. And you're probably wondering, of course I have Green Showcase number 24, the third appearance of Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Same scenario, had a lower grade book. I think it was like a 2.5 or a 2. No, it was a 2. Sorry, it was really bad. And I used that money and I got a better one at the time. And I sent it off to grading. Wasn't great. Maybe they didn't have pressings at the time. Maybe I might one day send these to pressing, but you know, there's little rips here and there. I don't think it's gonna get any better. But then again, pressing has done some interesting things to some books, as I've been seen by everybody else. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This was a luck of the draw. I was actually finding this book for a gift from my friend, and I won it on eBay for him. And then I went to a local comic store, and I don't even know where I don't think they're around anymore. But this was on top of a wall, just sitting there, and he only wanted $25 for it. Marvel Spotlight #5, the first appearance of Ghost Rider. Graded 5.5. It was really a flat book. Now here's an example of maybe pressing might do this book a little bit better. It's a cool book. It's the first appearance of Ghost Rider. The movies were, but you know what? I'll take it. Now Ghost Rider's back in the hands of Disney, so maybe a Netflix show, maybe something. This is a book to maybe keep an eye on. If you see it for a decent price, try to grab it. You never know now. First appearances are key. Always remember that. If it's a first appearance of anybody, even if someone you never heard of, you never know that they might show up or not. And speaking about first appearances, this was technically my last big book I ever bought. This is Action Comics 252, graded 4.5, the first appearance of Supergirl. Hot right now with the show. What can I say with this book? Actually, a friend of mine was with me at a local con in New York City. I had some loose Silver Ages and I think a graded one. It was really low. I forgot which issue it was. I eventually got another copy, which I'll show you. And I gave him that, and he took like a few hundred off the book. I think I only paid $100 for this book after all said and done. And with the ones that I gave him, I'd probably add on another $75 or something like that. I don't think I gave him any. I think it was Raw books I gave, Raw Silver Ages. And then I sent this off to grading, and it came back a 4.5, and I'm happy with that. I'm not looking to have the ultimate high grade. I just want to have these and preserve these. These are the characters that I grew up with, and this, of course, no brainer. You see this, you just automatically grab it if it's a fair price. That's all I'm telling you. It's up to you if you want it or not. Here we go. Another Batman. Batman number 171. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler, and a cool cover in itself. The pinks and everything. It's just a cool. Don't want that falling. Come on. Don't want. It's a cool cover in itself. I paid $60 for this book. And then I sent it off to grading. When grading was a decent price. Now it's pretty tough to send some books now. They're too expensive. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got some books that I really want to send off, and I don't have space in the box here, and eventually down the road, maybe some big deal might come up, because some of my locals tell me when they send out to CGC, they send in bulk, and if I give them a whole bunch, they can do something with the price. But still, it's a lot of money to grade a book, so I want to be definitely sure I want this book graded, and it's going to come out decent. So this is a decent book. This is 6.0, so I'm very happy with this grade. Very happy to own this book. And of course, again, my Green Lanterns. This is the first ever book. This is the first Green Lantern big issue. This is that I ever bought, and actually, my father helped me with it. We were a little concerned about the price. I think I paid $2.50 for it at the time, and then we were very concerned that this is the first comic I ever graded, and it's Green Lantern #1 came back at a 4.5, and I can almost guarantee if I sent this to like maybe one of those pressers, I probably can get a 5.5 out of it because there's some smashing on the top. And plus, this is the first time CGC started grading books. I mean, literally, when they first opened that year, I forgot when they came out with grading comics. I sent this book out, and this was my first graded book. So I was happy, and now it's all preserved and all that, and it's not gonna deteriorate. And I love this book, and I love this character. Now I seen this. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that wants to get this book. This was just one night shopping on the sites and everything, and I came across this for I think for like $10. This is Superman 199, the first ever Superman versus Flash race, graded 5.0. Classic story, classic tale, who's faster. Maybe they'll bring that up in the movies. Yeah, that would be interesting. How cool would it be just for a side thing just to have Superman and the Flash race each other, maybe before something bad happens. That would be pretty cool. So, that cool book to have. You see it and grab it. You probably can get it for a decent price right now. We're not even halfway done, people. We got more to go. Oh, hell. Okay. Here we go. This is a fun comic for me. I've always been a fan. And one late night on eBay many moons ago, I got this book for $5. Plastic Man #1. The only downfall about it, it was a very flat book. But it had some sun damage. It looks like he didn't protect this well, and the sun got it, and there's some fading here. Nothing he can do about it, but it's a $5 book, and it still came back as a 5.5. So that's not bad. I like Plastic Man. I love the cartoon. I've always been a fan of Plastic Man. I don't think he's coming into the movies. Maybe a cartoon, maybe, but I always dig Plastic Man. He was always awesome. Oh, Batman fans, if you see this book, oh, you have to grab it. It's hot right now. This is Batman 121, the first appearance of Mr. Freeze, or as it says, the first appearance of Mr. Zero later becomes Mr. Freeze. So this is the book to have. This is a key Silver Age to have. This is graded a 4.5, which I was very happy with, considering how tough this book is probably getting right now. And also, I love 10-cent Batman issues. That's just insane. 10 cents. Wow. What I would give to go back to the 50s. My God. Oh, anyway. We need that time machine, Dr. Brown. Please grab this. There's no other way to explain this book, but if you see this and you're going to get it for a decent price, don't hesitate on it. Just get it. Okay. This was a luck one. This one, I was shocked. I got this off of a comic site called mycomicshop.com. I think they're located in Texas. And I bought this a long time ago, a couple of years ago, at least maybe 10 years ago. And I paid next to nothing for it. I honestly, I think I paid $60 for this book. Now, I think it's, well, it came back as a great grade. Maybe again another issue that maybe can do with pressing. Maybe it might help. I don't know. But Aquaman #1, 7.0. Great book to have. I want to get more Aquaman Silver Ages, and there's the key ones out there. Number 11 is the first appearance of Mera. I think 29 is the Ocean Master, and 57 is the first appearance of Black Manta. They're just too much now. They're going up, and I'm late to the party on that. And hey, if any of the comic book people out there that has any of those key, please hit me up. But I'm warning you right now, I'm not a bank, and I just want to have a decent issue. I'm not looking to mortgage a house on them. But anyway, here it is, Aquaman, first book, #1, 7.0. Good book to have. Okay, again, another one that when you heard rumblings and everything, and I also always wanted to have this book. Avengers #4, your first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, also joining the Avengers. And I got this before all the movies and all that, so came back at a 4.0. Got this at a New York show, one of those local shows, not the New York Comic Con. I never find anything at the New York Comic Con in a normal price range. They always jack up the frickin' prices. And that's a sad thing, because some people come out of state or come other countries, and they don't have these types of shows, so they're gonna buy whatever they're asking for. Maybe some dealers maybe closer to the end of the day, because they want to make they want to make some more sales, or they didn't have a good day. That's the only time you're gonna get a deal. But there's just too many people, and it's tough to get around at these things. I went to 2 of them, and I got to be honest, the only time I'm going to go to a New York Comic Con again if someone gives me their pass for nothing, because it's just the train ride alone for me to get there and everything is going to be ridiculous. Anyway, that's just my rant on that. But anyway, this is a key issue. You see this at your store, try to get a good deal on it and try to get it, because they're nothing but going up. Plain and simple. It's a key issue. Oh, yes. This one I eyed for years and years and years. And patience does prevail. If you ever see a book, and I got a few on my list. I just mentioned some Aquamans. I mean, the Teen Titans #2, I've been dying to find, and I've always seen it. It was always too much. Even my local that I know very good, he had a good copy, and I really wanted to get it. But you gotta take priorities. What's more important, a comic book or a car repair, which I needed at the time. So, unfortunately, but at this time, I didn't have any of those issues, and I waited and waited and waited, and this was already graded. This is The Brave and the Bold #34, the origin and first appearance of Silver Age Hawkman and Hawkgirl. This is key. This is a great book to have. Actually, there's another store not far from me that has this book in a raw grade, and I think they're asking for $300 for it. Now, mine's graded. I think I'm in the 5 or 6 range with this grade. I'm not too sure. Then again, it's a key book to have. Hawkman and Hawkgirl have been introduced into the Flash show, and they're going to be on the Heroes of Tomorrow. It's just another key book to have. You have an opportunity to get this book. Get it. Plain and simple. Get it. Okay, well, we already what don't we know about this issue? I had a very beat up copy. This one is not so great either, but it's still a key issue, and it was like one of those weird things. I gave my beat up copy, and something else beat up that was a little more valuable, and this guy gave me this graded one. No, I graded this. I'm sorry. He gave me another raw one, and the only difference is it has this big line of fold on it, but this is Amazing Spider-Man number 50. The first appearance of the Kingpin. Awesome. Especially now with Daredevil now. Oh my god, that actor that played the Kingpin. That was great. I loved it. It was great. Iconic cover. Spider-Man No More. If you remember from the Spider-Man Sam Raimi film, number 2, he quits as being Spider-Man. Or he has that scene. But pretty cool book to have. Another key. Gotta have it. First appearance of the Kingpin. Well, we know this guy's coming, whether in movies or TV. This is the Flash 110, the first appearance and origin of Kid Flash, which we know as Wally West, and also the first appearance and origin of the Weather Wizard. Very key book, Flash 110. Again, another book that I was patient on and didn't go crazy. Late night eBaying, and I know for a fact I did not pay no more than $80 than this. Maybe 80 or less. I can't remember. But it came back as a 4.5, and I was very happy with that. All those older Flash books are more rare, and you know that they're just good books to have. Especially now the Flash is hot, very hot. Again, another book that I've always wanted, and I waited, and I got a good deal and didn't break the bank. I don't think I paid no more than $50 for it. This is Green Lantern number 40. The first, actually the first time that the Golden Age Green Lantern and the Silver Age Green Lantern cross over, and the crisis begins, and also has the origin of the Guardians. I love this cover. Just because it has the Alan Scott and Hal Jordan on the cover for the first time. Great key book to have. They have gone down a little. I think you can find them for like $30, maybe $40. I'm not too sure, depending on who's selling it and who wants it and who wants to pay. Good book to have if you're a Green Lantern fan, which I am. Okay. Whoop. Sorry about that. Let me just fix that here. Okay. Keeping the trend with Green Lantern. This book I got, and I got it graded, and it came back a low grade. I wasn't happy with it because I thought it would be a little bit better considering how much I paid for it. I sold it for more for what I paid for it, then took that money, waited, and I finally found, and I paid less for this graded. It was already graded, and I paid like $55 for this, and I was shocked. This is my all-time favorite. I think this is the highest grade of Silver Age that I got. This is Green Lantern number 59, the first appearance of Guy Gardner. I love Guy Gardner. I hope he gets into the films. I think he's an underrated character, and like Jon Stewart. And he's just, before Deadpool, this was my comedy guy, if you want to call it. This is my pain in the ass or idiot in the comics. I love Guy Gardner. Awesome book. Find it, get it. In fact, I know for a fact that Android's Amazing Comics has this copy for sale on their wall. And so if you're in New York and Sayville, go get it from there. Okay. What else we got? Is that it? Or do we have... I think we're done with the Silver Ages. I'm just going to check here. Yes, we are. Alright, we're done with the Silver Ages. So let's go into more common ones here. Okay. This I got last year as a Christmas gift. Now, I've been a little bit weary about this. Maybe some of you guys out there can tell me. This is Walking Dead number 127. And it's graded a 9.8. And I got it for a Christmas gift. And because it introduces some new Walking Dead characters. And plus, it has a preview of the Outcast number 1 book before it came out. So technically this is like a preview of Outcast. So if Outcast, that new show that's coming on Cinemax from Robert Kirkman, if it becomes a big hit, look out. This might spike. But again, they made a lot of prints of this. They made a second print of this. Now my concern is, look how thick this holder is. And just look at that. That's a thick holder. And to compare with the ones that I normally get, there's that one. Here's this one. Look at the difference. It's a very thick holder. Now, as far as I seen online, they did have thicker holders. I do not know why. I don't like these because they're too bulky. I thought the thinner ones were a little bit better. Maybe if anybody can tell me if they changed up or used different holders. I hope this isn't a, I don't know, maybe a bootleg or something. Because I did look up the number and it came out fine and it came out at 9.8. So why would they do that with a brand new comic? So I really think this is the real deal. But let me know in the comments why did they have a thicker holder than the normal thin ones. Okay. This book means a lot. Only because I am from New York. And I'm just going to show it. I think it explains itself. This is Amazing Spider-Man, volume number 2, number 36, a 9.8 of this book. This is the 9/11 tribute issue. This affected me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. They messed with New York, and it hurt. And when I heard about this tribute book, I didn't even hesitate. I bought a couple of copies, and then I found them online graded as a 9.8, and I bought one just to have one. And this is a good book to have. This is to me, it's a sentimental book because it's the Marvel heroes, especially Spider-Man, reacting to the devastation of what 9/11 did at the World Trade Center. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And I know there's a couple of comic guys out there that are in the military and fought for our country and everything. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe ever since this tragedy happened to us over here in New York. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, we're still going. Again, another Walking Dead. I got to get a new cover on. I got to get a new plastic bag. Again, this was just an impulse buy. I paid next to nothing. There was like an 80% sale. I think I paid what normally would have cost to get this, just a book graded. This is The Walking Dead number 115, the New York Comic Con cover. Nothing really, is it? No, it's just the preview exclusive number 115. Nothing really significant just about the cover, but it's a 9.8. And it's New York Comic Con cover. Why the hell not? I think it's cool. I'll buy it. Considering how Walking Dead's doing, you never know. Okay. Let's this. Okay. As you know, I love Alex Ross. I think the man is a genius. He just makes things come to life. And when Green Lantern was coming back and Dynamic Forces were selling these 9.8s for like $50 or $60 for a number one, you're damn right I got one. And I got it one to read. I just love his work. Look at that. It's just Green Lantern coming to life to me. Awesome book. You can find this for next to nothing. The cover alone should sell you if you're a Green Lantern fan. Nothing really significant about it. It's just a great story, great artwork, great cover. I love it. Jeff Johns has done tremendous in his career, and that was the one thing I loved about him. He brought Green Lantern back. He brought Hal Jordan back. Okay, what do we got here? Speaking about The Walking Dead, this is the latest one I got on a graded book, and I actually gotta find these covers. These are good plastic covers that they put in these things. They make them nice and tight now. This is The Walking Dead number 100, the San Diego Comic-Con Previews edition. It's basically the same cover but black and white. And this is the first appearance of Negan. Now, we all know that he's coming to the show. And this is the issue that Glenn gets his head smashed in with Lucille. Very key book, very desirable book right now. I recommend getting this cover, the regular cover. The second printing is rare, and the third printing is rare. And also, there is another printing of this book with a picture of the bat just sitting in blood. It's a red foil. That thing is just going crazy right now. I mean, it was crazy when it came out too. Key book to get. They made so many covers of this, but to me, if you have the picture of the character on the book, that's the best version to get, and this is one of the good ones to get because it was only available at the San Diego Comic-Con, and the cover is the same. And I kind of like the black and white look better because in the book it's all black and white than versus the color one. But to each its own. To whoever thinks like that, I have a nice graded 9.8, and I also have a couple of raw copies too. So you never know where this is going to go with Negan and how close are they going to make him to that book in the show. Alright. Okay, another one. Damn. I gotta get some bags here. Gotta get some new bags. These flimsy bags that they give with the comics now, when they send them out, put in a better bag. But anyway, this is... people have mixed things about this. I wanted to get it because of a historical sense, because this comic was all over in the news. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 583. President Barack Obama on the cover with Spider-Man. This is the inauguration issue. This was everybody. They made so many the fifth printing, sixth printing. I forgot how many that they did, but this is the first printing. I was lucky enough. Midtown Comics had them, and they were giving out one each. I think I paid cover for it. Paid cover for it, and I knew it wasn't coming back at 9.8. So years and years went down, and I waited. As always, patience pays off, and I finally found a 9.8, and I only paid $50 for it. I wanted to have it for historical sense because, regardless of what you think about this president or anybody out there that has a problem or what, I bought it because it is a president of the United States on the cover of a Spider-Man book, and it got national news everywhere in the papers, in the news, and everything, just like the next book I'm about to show you. Here we go. The thing that got me back in the comics. Superman number 75. The Death of Superman. And It's a 9.8, and it's my favorite, the newsstands. I love the barcoded newsstand issues. I stated before and I stated again. Regardless of how many prints they made of this book, I think the newsstands are harder to get a 9.8 than the regular direct comics that get sent to the comic shops. That's just my personal feeling. Everybody else has different opinions about it. To me, this was the issue I wanted, and I found it at a Patience and didn't pay that much for it. I think altogether with shipping, handling, I maybe paid $50, and I finally got it. Okay. Again, I'm a Green Lantern fan, and when the Green Lantern movie was coming out, San Diego Comic-Con in 2010 had an exclusive cover to Green Lantern number 29. It's basically almost like a picture of, it's a convention issue of Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern. This is a 9.8. Just preference to me alone, because it is a Comic-Con. You only can get that book at Comic-Con, and you know how many people are holding on to it and wrinkling it up. There's a couple of 9.8s out there. There's a lot of them. So, but I only paid $30 for this. Another late night bid. Can't beat them. Can't beat them. Here's a weird story now with this one. This was interesting. It's actually some. Alright. I don't know if that's my cover, or I hope it's not the inside of the book. I'll be very, very upset with that. No, I think it's just. Alright, no biggie. You know what? It's what the comic inside is what counts. Anyway, sorry for the delay. This is Hulk number 1 from 2008. This is the Wizard World Los Angeles 2008 exclusive. The cover is by the late, great Michael Turner. And this is the first appearance of Red Hulk, who we all know is Thunderbolt Ross in the comics. This issue is probably going to go up with Civil War coming out. If you see this book raw or anything, just grab it. Just grab it. You'll thank me later. It's a good book to have. Again, another Wizard World Los Angeles. This is the 2007 edition. This is graded a 9.8. This is the death of Captain America. Captain America number 25. I just love that cover. When they were killing Captain America off, I was like, oh, come on. You don't kill off Captain America. Well, they did. In a way. And then they brought him back. So, he ain't dead. But this is part of the Civil War storyline. I don't think this is happening in the film. And if it does, I'll be shocked. I really would. And more Captain America. This is the Dynamic Forces edition. This is Captain America number 34, the Alex Ross Dynamic Forces edition. This is Bucky Barnes as Captain America now, when Captain America got killed. And again, I don't think they're doing this in the movie. If they do, maybe it might go up. Good book to have either way. We're almost done. This was just a preference to me because, again, I am a Green Lantern fan. And you believe it or not, I found this on eBay and it was about to end in 5 minutes. And I got this for $25. I could not believe it. This is Green Lantern number 21. This is the variant cover. And as you can see, it's a classic homage to one of the Green Lantern number 52. I think I actually showed it from some of my Raw Silver Ages. So it's kind of like paying respect to that cover. I love this cover. And this is part of the Sinestro Corpse Wars. Great storyline. Get it. Get the trade paperbacks. Whatever you can do. Awesome story. I love it. And I love this cover. This one is interesting. This one again, just thought, okay, I want to get this book. And this has a little story to it. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 539. This is the Comic Oasis edition. Now, Comic Oasis is a shop in Las Vegas. They were only selling this cover there. And I think they had Stan Lee signing copies of it and everything like that. And the artist was there. Now, I got this, I actually got lucky. I bought it raw. Actually, I think I bought it directly from them, either from their eBay site or directly from them. They sent me the comic and also sent me the ticket. As you can see, the ticket right there. Let's look at that. That's the ticket. Actually, limited edition variant and everything. So, and I sent this off to CGC. I mean, you can see that even the back is all blank and everything like that, because that was meant for the artist to do a sketch or something like that if he wanted to on the book. It was a whole big event that they had at the Comic Oasis comic store in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I sent this off to CGC. This is my first book I ever sent to CGC, and it came back a 9.8. You don't know how happy I was to find out when this book came back a 9.8, because when I was looking at online maybe to try to find one already graded, it was like 100 and something, and I wasn't paying that. So I took I knew it was a excuse me, a good flat book. So it came out good. I'll take it. All right. We got one more after this one. Again, sorry about that. Again, this is another book. Late night eBaying. Sorry about that. Late night eBaying. About 3 or 4 in the morning. Who the hell knows? The birds were chirping. That's all I remember. I love this cover. This is Andy Kubert cover, and I just love it only because this is Action Comics number 844. This is the first DC work done by Richard Donner, and it also has the first appearance of the Kryptonian Child, which it's Richard Donner. Richard Donner did more Superman stories in comic book form, and I love the first Superman film, so for $25 or $30, it's not even at a 9.8. Yeah, I was grabbing, and the variant cover, yeah, that was just an impulse buy. No significance other than the fact this is the first work of Richard Donner in comic books form. I should say writing form, because he didn't draw the thing. And last but not least, we close out my CGC collection with this one. This, for the longest time, has eluded me, and I always wanted a 9.8 of this. And I got it. Batman, number 497. This is when Bane breaks the Bat's back. That cover is awesome. Now, you're wondering, well, where's the black sliver thing in the mid? No, this is the newsstand issue. This is the barcoded newsstand. They didn't have that stupid blocking this awesome scene. This, I think, is more low printed than the regular ones that you see. You can get those at a 9.8 anywhere and not pay anything. But these, on the other hand, I don't see that many 9.8s, and when they do come up, they go. So I know you can buy them raw for cheap, but I don't think you'll find a lot of 9.8s out there. I don't know. I wanted a 9.8 of this iconic cover, because between that and where the hell did it go? Between that in this, these two are the most iconic, greatest covers I like to own. The Death of Superman and the Breaking of the Batman. Very key issues, very desirable. If it's not a 9.8, it's nothing. You got to get them at these modern grade comics at a 9.8 just to be satisfied with the grade and everything. And also, it's your preference of what you like. Now, before I go, I want to show you this one because this is pretty cool. It was in this box that I'm gonna have to put all these back in. I got this at one of my local shops around me. This is Marvel Preview Presents The Punisher, number 2. Not graded, because it is a little beat up on the corner. Now, supposedly, this is another origin, first appearance, maybe second appearance of the Punisher. Don't really know. Artwork's cool on the front. It's a magazine and not a comic. So if you see this and it's a decent price, grab it. But when I seen these at the shows, I seen them for $100, and now I'm probably gonna see him for more than $100 or at $100 with him coming into the Daredevil show. So keep an eye on that. Even if you flip through some garage sales and all that, or someone's got comic magazines, look for that. And also, I think what was it? Star-Lord was another one that they did an issue like this, and that's an important issue now since the Guardians of the Galaxy and everything like that. But there you go, people. There it is. There's my that's every CGC I own. So until next time, I'll talk to you all later.